how you doing? It's Chris, going live. It's the Sunday Blues. I'm just making sure that I'm coming through okay. So please let me know where you're watching from. Let me know you can hear me. Let me know that it looks okay and it sounds okay. And also grab a guitar because I'm going to teach you a lovely little blues lick. I should say bluegrass lick.
Okay, and it's
Okay.
Boris Johnson. Were you furious that he was...
Boris Johnson. What a nightmare. Yeah, so I was just checking it sounded all right, and then in came the radio show I was listening to about an hour ago. Yeah, I say blues lick. Actually, it's a bluegrass lick that we're going to look at today. There's a lovely little tune called Will the Circle Be Unbroken? Which you probably know, right? Most people know it. I'll play it again for you now. If you've just tuned in or you're watching this at some time in the future, this is part of the bigger Zoom lesson I'm about to give to acousticmasterclass.com members. Every Sunday I go live with a Zoom lesson. And today I've just sent out the chord sheet. Let me turn down the brightness there so you can see it. And also a load of tabs for this song. And we're going to be breaking down Will the Circle Be Unbroken. I'm going to show the melody. I'm going to show you some really nice little tasty rhythm ideas. We're going to look at integrating the melody into the piece, into the rhythm. So you can basically do this as a solo guitarist and come up with a pretty tasty solo that doesn't lose the beat. And then in the final part of the lesson, we're going to be looking at improvising using some cage system ideas and some really tasty G licks, including the one I'm about to show you now. So let me know you can hear me. Let me know where you're watching from in the world. Comment below. It all helps push up the algorithm as well. Of course, every Sunday I go live here online with a little bite-sized blues lesson, although today we're crossing over. So that's the basic melody. What I'm going to do now is blow a little solo. Nice stuff, right? I love that kind of old bluegrass sound. Now, a run that's used a lot in bluegrass music in the key of G is called the G run. And I'll show you where that comes in. I'll sing the song and then usually it comes in at the end. So, will the circle be unbroken by and by, Lord, by and by? There's a better place awaiting in the sky. Here we go, Lord, in the sky. Undertake. You can throw it in here. Here we go. So yeah, it's a G run, and all I'm doing, I'm playing a G chord, and all I'm doing is, you play the bass note, 3rd fret of the E string, and then you go 0, 1, 2 on the A. It's quite a fast little move. Then, so 3, 0, 1, 2, then 0, 2 on the next string, then 0 again, so 0, 2, 0 on the D, so, and then just an open G, which kind of gets you back to G, like this. And that's a lovely little run you can throw into any song in G really that has a kind of blues or country or rock and roll kind of feel. I'll show you those notes again. So bass note, 3rd fret. Cheers, Kenny. Good to know you're there. Good to know you're watching and it sounds all right. So bass note, then open A, that's 0, 1, 2 frets. Then 0, 2, 0 on the next string, then open G. And one thing I will say, a lot of people, they ask, are they hammer-ons when you do that? But actually no, if you look at my right hand for a second, I'm picking each note individually. Okay, I'm using a pretty heavy pick, a flat pick, and it's down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. When you're doing the kind of fast picking, so it goes down, then down, up, down, up, down, up, down. So really slowly, I'll play that lick again. Okay, so I'll sing the song one more time, I'll play the melody, and by the way, you know, I'm going to be teaching this whole song. Hey, greetings, Sporty Renee. So I'm going to be teaching this whole piece, this whole progression, and some nice rhythm concepts and ideas that we use when we play bluegrass music. And I'm also going to be talking about improvising. So what I'll do is I'll play the tune, I'll sing the chorus, then I'll play the melody, and then I'll have a little improvisation. So you can sit back and enjoy this and think, if you do want to learn this stuff, I'm going to be teaching this in a 1-hour lesson starting in 45 minutes over on Zoom. If you do miss it, then it's stored inside the members area. It's stored inside the forum for you to rewatch at any time. It will be there forever. So it's it's a treasure trove right now. There are hundreds and hundreds of hours of lessons on all things folk, blues and roots, including soon to be this lesson on Will the Circle Be Unbroken? Just got to get comfy. Will the circle be unbroken? By and by, Lord, by and by. There's a better place awaiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky. So a little bit of picking going on there. And yeah, today's lesson, Inside Acoustic Masterclass, is going to be on that song. Of course, we break it down into a real basic rhythm, looking at some nice techniques, some kind of moving bass line ideas using that bum chick kind of concept. I'm going to show you some ways to move between the chords as a rhythm player, which are, you know, really important. I do this, I play these songs like this a lot in pub sessions. One of my favorite things to do is to go to my local pub, which is happening a week tonight, actually. I thought it was tonight after the lesson, but I go down and we have a pick, just me and a bunch of mates sit in a circle in this pub. And one of my favorite things to do is play songs like this because they're super easy. But one thing I always gets me down, no offense if any of my friends are watching this who go to the sessions, is the way people just don't know how to play rhythm properly. So when I back them up and they take a little solo, it sounds great. But when it switches, it doesn't really back me up properly because their rhythm's a bit too busy. So we're going to look at playing a simple rhythm, which is really authentic and really mastering that. It's not that hard, but you've just got to learn the techniques and the tricks that we use to get that solid rhythm. So we're going to be looking at that first. Then we're going to be looking at the melody in its basic form, just the melody on its own. Then I'm going to show you how to integrate the melody into the rhythm. And then finally, we're going to look at some soloing ideas. I'm going to show you a few little riffs, patterns, shapes using the blues, the major pentatonic scale, also the cage system. But yeah, so if you've just joined the lesson, you missed the G-Run lesson, it will be refreshed on this page where you're watching as soon as this lesson's over for you to watch. Even better, get inside the site and I'll see you there for today's main event, which is Will the Circle Be Unbroken, how to play it, how to make it sound good, and how to have fun improvising over it once you've nailed the melody and the rhythm. All right, thanks for watching. It's the Sunday Blues, although this week it was a bit bluegrassy, I have to say. And yeah, I'll look forward to seeing you next time, or better still, inside the site where I can get to know you personally and help you out with your playing and get you onto that next level of guitar playing. That's my job. I love it. I'm so fortunate to be able to do this for a living, connecting with great people all over the world, like Kenny, for example, who's just commenting. I can't wait to see you shortly, Kenny. He's out in the United States, along with a bunch of other guys out there too. I'm here in Shrewsbury, England, and and Danny down in the south of England. Hey, Danny, looking forward to it as well. I was thinking of you actually, Danny, when I was coming up with this lesson, because we did a bit of country, and you seem to country bluegrass, and you seem to really take to it. So I'm looking forward to seeing you there in about 40 minutes now. So I better end this lesson, or I could just keep talking and talking. But thanks for tuning in. See you next time, or better still, see you inside the site. I'm checking out now.